Hello everyone, my name is Isaac and today I'm going to take you through on how to access your Sakai platform as many of you have requested. And you guys should forgive me if I have slips of tongues in my discussion with you. So the first thing that we all have to notice is the access course registration form from the School of Continuing and Distance Education, College of Education, as you all see here. So you see the blank blue space, square space over here is where your picture is going to be. Now, as the arrow indicates to the serial number, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, is what will give you access to your Sakai platform. So with this particular serial number, it is going to be your password and your username. I hope you understand. Moving forward, I'm going to show you how to use the serial number on the Sakai platform. The Sakai platform can be accessed on any device that has access to the internet, being it your phone, being it your laptop, anything that has access to the internet. And it can be viewed, it can be operated on any web browser. It can be operated on Google Chrome, as you see over here, Google Chrome, as you see over here. It can be operated on Safari, as you see over here. It can be operated on any web browser which you prefer to use. So I'm going to use Google Chrome to give you the tutorials on how to access the Sakai platform. So as we all can see, this is my Google web, my Google platform, my Google Chrome platform, and I'm going to click on the search Google or type, the search bar over here. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to search for Sakai, Sakai, Sakai. I have already logged in, so if you could see the username over here, sakai.ugin.edu.gh. Hope you understand. But I'm going to make it clear for you. So I'm going to click on the Sakai page, the Sakai over here. I'm going to click on the Sakai over here. Now, after searching on the Sakai, after searching for Sakai on the Google search page, you are going to get a link over here. You could see the writing that says Sakai. You click on that link, the very first link over here, the University of Ghana. You click on that link, and it is going to take you onto the Sakai platform. Mind you, here's a very tricky thing that we all have to notice. When you're using a mobile device, you're not going to get the full experience of the Sakai platform, as it is limited to those using a mobile device. But when you are using a laptop, you're going to get a clear view of all these Sakai features which you could use. So I'm going to show you a trick over here. So with those who are using iOS or Apple iPhone, you click on the very three dots over here, and you scroll down to request desktop sites. So as you could see, as I clicked on the request desktop site, it is going to, the view of this particular page is going to change. I don't know why it's not coming. So I have a little bit of network issue here. Now we are on the Sakai platform, and with this platform, this is where you are going to get access to your assignment. You're going to get access to your mocks, the exams, whatever. You're going to get the lectures of the subjects that you've been taught, being it English, logic, and mathematics. All are going to be shown over here. And we should all keep this thing in mind, that the view of Sakai webpage is different from that of a laptop.
When you're using Sakai on your mobile device, it is going to be different from using a Sakai on a laptop. I hope that is clear. Now, we are going to log in into our Sakai page. Earlier in this video, I made mention that we are going to use our serial number, which we were given. So the student ID over here, with the student ID over here, with the student ID right over here, we are going to type our serial number in this box, which was 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. That was the serial number we were using, as you all saw in the previous video. And again, with the password, you are going to type the same serial number which you were given, which is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. And when you are done, you log into your Sakai platform. Mind you, this is a sample version that I'm using. This is not the actual serial number I used. This is not the actual serial number I'll use. So you see, my credentials are not updated. With using these credentials, it is invalid. It makes it invalid. I hope that is clear. On signing into the Sakai platform, you could see an alert over here which says important 1018 call and course email notification. So we can also see here it says, dear students, to receive all mail notification from course sites, including messages, announcements from lectures, and to ensure 1018 based assignments work properly, your Sakai account must have a valid UG email address, and students without a valid email on their Sakai profile may not receive blah 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 blah. So if we see over here, it has given us the procedures on how we can update our 1018, which is going to be our email, our contact details, and all that. So the first step it gave us is to go to our homepage. Go to your homepage, and the second step is you click on the account and you select modify details and enter or confirm your UG mail address and enter your current Sakai login password at the enter current password field. I hope that is clear. So now this is where the homepage is. If we see right at the corner bottom over here, you could see a 9 dots over here, followed by a calendar, a bell notification icon, a home page, and a question mark circled. With that question mark, if you have any inquiries, if you have anything to ask the admin on this Sakai platform, that is where you can get all this information. The first instruction it gave us was to go to our home page. So this is the home page. When you click on this 9 little dots over here, that is the home page. Now the second step said we should click on accounts. So if you could see, there is an account over here, this very account. We are going to click on the accounts. Now we've clicked the accounts and it takes us to this page. So now the instruction it gave us it says select modify details. If you could see over here, it says select modify details. So you click on the modify details and it takes you to another page. And also it gave us another instruction. It says enter or confirm your UG email address. So now if you want to use this email, with my email, I said my email is iamcarter@gmail.com. So if you want to confirm, if you want to use that email to receive, if you want to use this email to receive information on your course studies, on the assessments, on your mocks, any information that you want to receive on your entrance exams or about the Sakai platform, you should enter an email where you can use to receive email. So with this, I'm going to use iamcarter@gmail.com. Now with the enter current password, this is where you are going to enter the serial number which you were given on your access form I hope we all understand. The serial number we use to log in into this Sakai platform, you are going to enter the serial number over here. So assuming my serial number is 123456789, this is my serial number. So now I have entered the serial number, and the next step says create new password. So this is where you are going to select a password you want to use for your logins. Let's say I'm going to use my password KATTAH at 000421 3341. I hope that is clear. So I have created a personal password for myself, which I can use to log in into this Sakai platform. Now you verify, you verify the new password. So the very first password you created over here, you are going to write the same. You are going to type the same password over here, and when you are done, there's nothing else you have to do. You just click on update details. This very page, this very thing you see over here, you update the details and you are good to go. Mind you, this is one thing about creating the password. With a password creation, you need to be very, very specific. So you need to be very, very mindful on how to create the password. And also, when creating a password, you need to mix it with different letters, caps, figures. You need to mix it with letters. So you can't just say, I'm going to use this password 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. You can't make it all numbers. When you do it that way, they're going to say your password is too weak. As it says over here, strong passwords are long and or use a mixed character types, that is letters, numbers, symbols, etc. So in creating your password, you need to use letters. So let's say I'm going to use letter K, which the first letter is caps, and kata. So I have used kata as the letter. Now I'm going to use symbols like at 001224183. I hope you understand. So you need to create a very strong and unique password. You create a very strong and unique password. One thing that I can suggest to everyone is you can use your name. So the first letter of your name should be caps K and ATTAH at, and you use your number 024315878. So you do that, you get a strong password. And from there, you use the same very password you use over here you create another one for this one also. I hope that is clear. Good. Now we are going to go to a different section. Good. I hope everything is clear now. So now we are going to click the 9 little dot, which is the home page. We click on the 9 little dots over here, the down left corner. You click it, that is the home page. The home page comes. So with the home page, it goes with overview, the profile, the membership, calendar, resources, announcements, website setup, preferences, accounts, and dashboard. And when you get here also, you could see assets 102, assets 104, and assets 106. We are going to come, we will go through with that. So before that, we are going to look at the profile. This is what the profile does. Let's assume you don't want to use IK as your profile picture. You click on change, you remove this one, you remove the IK, or you choose a file. Okay, you click here, you choose a file, you click on the photo library, then you select an image you want to use for your profile. And with the basic information, assuming if you want to add any information like your nicknames, your other names, your personal summary, informations about yourself, like biography, anything about yourself that people will get to know you, you enter them here. So with the pronouns, you can choose to say he, him, his, she, her, hers, they, them, theirs. So any pronoun that you want to use for yourself, you can select. So I'm going to select he, him, his. Then the nickname, I'm going to say God is good. So I have chosen God is good as my nickname. And in the personal summary, I'm going to say okay, I'm going to use this word. My mother is the best cook in the world. So this is the personal summary that I have used. So with this one, if someone wants to look up to you, he's like, oh, okay, this guy, his nickname is this. It's either he's a male. So when you use he, him, is that represents a male. When you use she, her, hers, that means you are, a female. But with the other ones, I'm not sure you're going to choose anyone. You can also choose not to define yourself, give yourself any pronouns, which is so with that one you're going to select the prefer not to say section. So with that one you can choose not to say or give yourself any pronouns. So contact information, this is where you are going to enter your contact information. So as we all could see here, my email, which is iamkata@gmail.com, and now I'm going to enter my telephone number over here, 020-416-2727. That is my telephone number. And the social networking, that is a section where if you want to add your Facebook URL, your LinkedIn profile, your Instagram URL, you can add them over here. I hope that is clear now. So that is it with the profile section. So now we move on to the membership section. So we click on the membership section over here. If you could see over here, it says Access 102 Maths, Access 104, which is English, and Access 106, which is Logic. So this is what the membership does. It is going to give you the timetable, the date of your assessment, the date for your mock, and the exams. So if you want to know the date for all your assessments and the mock and other stuff, you are going to find them here. Let me rotate it just so you can clear with the assessment stuff. Good. So as we all can see over here, assessment and mock exam dates. So this is for mathematics. I hope you are clear. This is for mathematics. So with the first assessment we are all going to do, it will be 9th July 2026 to 10th July 2026. So the first assessment is going to be on mathematics, and on the second assessment too, it is going to be 23rd July 2026 to 24th July 2026, which is also a maths assessment. And we are again to 27th July 2026 to 29th July 2026 is going to be the mock. So now the first main entrance examination is going to be on the 1st August. That is going to be the main entrance exams for this entrance program we are all studying. I hope that is clear. So now we move on to Access 104, which is the English language. So with Access 104, Access 10, what is it? Access 104, which is English, it also gives you the dates. I mean, technically they are also using the same dates. So it gives you the dates and how your assessments, your mocks and the exams are being scheduled. Same thing goes to the Access 106, which is the logic. I hope that is clear over here. So if you could see, it's just the same thing. So these are the assessments over here. Later on, I'm going to share the assessments, the mocks and everything on the WhatsApp platform. So guys, that is it with the assessments section, which is the membership section. Now we move on to calendar. So these are the days. So these are the days you can choose to see any activities which is being shared on the platform. I hope that is clear. So let's assume if tomorrow is Thursday, which is going to be the first assessment. When tomorrow being Thursday, you are going to see within this very particular line. So with the access 103, which is the mathematics, when we come down here, we are going to get the time period over here, which is 9 a.m. That is going to be, so it is going to be indicated right over here. I hope that is clear. It is going to be indicated right over here. So tomorrow being Thursday and tomorrow being our first assessment, it is going to be over there. I hope that is clear. So if you could see over here, it says submission day, special events, quiz, multidisciplinary conference, meeting, formative assessment, exams, deadline, computer sessions, class section, and blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. So that is it with the calendar. So basically what the calendar does is to give you, it serves as a reminder on your assessments, your mocks, and your exams. So that is it with the calendar. So with the assessment also, it gave us 9th, which is Thursday, and Friday, which is 10th. So here it is going to be indicated that there is an assessment over here, and on Friday too, it is going to indicate that there is an assessment over here. So basically the calendar serves as a reminder for us to get to know what we have to do. We go back to resources. The resources. This is what the resources does. The resources is like a file manager where you can keep your content. So let's assume I want to save the lessons that we've had over here. So right over here I have no content over here. So let's say I want to add one of the resources, which is the content, the lectures that we've had. I want to access it personally. I click on copy content from other sites. Hope that is clear. So if you see over here, you can see the access 102, access 104, and access 106. So I click here, then I see the sections. I see all the resources over here. So now I've added access 102 to my content. I'm going to add access. I'm going to add this one to my content. So if you see mark section 3. So this one, it gives me the sections. It makes me keep files on my personal resources. This one is personally for you. I hope that is clear. So that is what the resources does. Now we are moving on to announcements. This is where every information is going to be announced on this platform. If there is an exams, it's going to be announced on this platform. If there is anything, it is going to be announced on this platform. We should keep note of that. And also, we move on to website setup. With a website setup, as we all know, access 102 being mathematics, we click on access 102 and it takes us to the details, the information. It gives us the announcement on access 102. It gives us every information about access 102, and the recent messages, new discussions from groups and other stuff. That is what access it gives us an overview of access 102, which is the maths subjects over here. And we go on to, that is it for the website wait a minute, that is it for the website setup. So with that one, it gives you, it's actually a platform, which in my own definition I would say it is a platform where you can make discussions, have discussions, and get informations on the assessment that we have, recent announcements. You can get the calendars, you can get messages sent out. So if there is any information over there, you are going to get on this very website setup. So now we go to the preferences. The preferences. So in the preferences, you are going to, when we say preferences, setting something to your standard, how you want it to be done. So let's say with notification, you don't want to receive any private message from all sites. You don't want to receive any private message. So forward, with this one, I selected forward private messages from all my sites to my main email address. Do not forward private messages to my mail email address. Now, announcements. You can choose not to get all the announcements. You can also choose to send me one email per day summarizing all low priority announcements. And the assessment. Do not send me assessment due date notification. You can choose to send me assignment due date notification. And with a conversation, do not send me a conversation notification. You can also choose to send me a conversation notification over here. Now with a resource and Dropbox, you can choose do not send me low priority resource notification. You can also choose send me one email per day summarizing all low priority resource notification, or you can also send me each resources separately. And the email archives, you can choose to, it goes on and on and on and on and on. That is it with the preferences. So after making the choices that you want, you click on the update preferences over here, then you are good to go. I hope that is clear with you all. Now we move on to the account. So we've already done the account. We already did the account. So that is it. So we are going to continue with the section which is the pinned access 102, access 104, and access 106. I hope that is clear. Good. Now we are moving on to access 102, which is mathematics. Access 102, which is mathematics. So with this very pin point, you see there is a pin here. There is a pin over here. That is where you are going to get the resources, the dates, the charts, the attendance, where you can use write your assessment, meeting links, and whatsoever. So with the overview, I already showed you the overview. So if you want to get the syllabus for this access platform, the mathematics, if you want to get all the syllabus for the maths program, you click on syllabus over here, and it is going to take you to, I'm going to rotate my screen over here just for you to get it very clear. So with this very one, when you click on the syllables, it is going to give you the mathematics course outline. All the course outline that you've studied, all the course outlines you've had, the lectures that you've had, and whatsoever. So from here, you can choose the course outline here. You make your personal research on it. Then you study whatever you want to study. As you could see here, we have algebraic expression, linear and quadratic equation. You see over here. So that is it with access 102 syllables. So with the syllables, it gives you the course outline. So that is it with the course outline. So it gives you the syllables with the pinned sections over here. The very pinned sections over here. It gives you this information, gives you an overview of Access 102, which is mathematics. It gives you the syllables of Access 102. It gives you the announcement, the meeting links, the units. So now we are going to click on the units. So with the units, it says there are no items on this page currently visible to you. I hope that is clear. And also, with the sections, it gives you the calendar, So assuming there is an assessment, that if there is an assignment for you to submit, you click here. Because there is no assignment for you to submit, this place is blank. There are currently no assignments at this location. And also, when you go to tests and quizzes, take an assessment. There are currently no assessments available for you to take, and submitted assessment over here. So let's say tomorrow, tomorrow being 9th July, you are going to get the assessments list over here. So tomorrow, if you want to get access to the access course, the test you are going to take, you click on tests and quizzes over here. You are going to see them here. I hope that is clear. And mind you, with the test and quizzes, with the explanation a lecturer gave to us, he was saying when you are being given a test, let's say an hour duration, the more you waste time on it, the more the time goes. So it is a calculated time that has been placed ahead of the assessment you are taking. So we all have to be mindful on how quick we need to solve all the assessments that we are going to do. And the grade book. So grade reports from Isaac from Access 102. This is where you are going to see your grade book items, your grades over here. I hope that is clear. For mathematics, which is Access 102. And we go to the Dropbox, the chat room, site info, attendance, the commons, the dashboard, emails, and posts. So with this information, the same thing also applies to this. The same thing applies to this. As you could see, we can see overview here, meeting link, session 1, calendar, announcements, resources, discussions, assignments, tests and quizzes, grade book, chat room, site infos, and whatsoever. The same thing also applies to this very one. I hope that is clear with you all. And for now, I am going to end it here. That is it with the assessment and its staffs over here. Anyways, my name is Isaac, and thank you for watching this video. If you have any other question, you can post it on the group and we all have a discussion. Or if you think you have a suggestion, you can write it on the comment section and we post it. We have a discussion on that. Thank you.